The Art of Tripod Filmmaking. I've been making videos for over 10 years by now, and I've seen state-of-the-art camera gear come into this world, first feeling like absolute magic, to being thrown away in a drawer never to be used again. My tripod, however, is a bit of a different story. They come in all shapes and sizes. You've got small tripods, big tripods, travel tripods, talking tripods. Is this a good angle? The tripod is actually older than cinema itself. While gimbals, handheld rigs and drones are incredibly popular right now, and I do have to be honest, that stuff can definitely get you great shots, I want to say that the trusty tripod is becoming a little underrated, especially for you beginner filmmakers out there. I currently own 4 tripods, one regular tripod with a fluid head added on top, one small tripod for putting cameras on tables, one extremely lightweight tripod for traveling, and one heavy, very shitty tripod that a friend of mine wanted to throw away. Never throw away your tripod. Rule 41 in the threefold path. I actually have another tripod, that's right, because to record your tripods, you need a tripod. There's a current ongoing trend in content creation, especially on Instagram and TikTok probably as well, with extremely fast-paced edits, lots of quick pans, motion blur, sound design, and although I do recognize and respect the skill that is necessary for creating these edits, I also recognize the extreme sadness of our dopamine-depleted brains that need such stimulation in order to make filmmaking interesting. Trends will come and go, but well-composed shots on a tripod will never go out of style. Rule 1, actually. Why tripod? First of all, static shots are just nice. As an answer to the trend of fast-paced, heavily edited Instagram reels, there is also an ongoing postcard trend. You've probably seen this on your timeline as well. Postcards from Tokyo, postcards from Paris, postcards from Amsterdam. It just looks nice, soothing, calming and real, and that's why we all love it. Second reason for a tripod, a practical reason, you might not have a friend to hold the camera for you, or in general. The ability to make incredible videos all by yourself is a growing trend here on YouTube, and the tripod is the ultimate tool to help you do so. There are even real films, like The Zone of Interest, where 95% of the shots in the film are static tripod shots. Now, whether this was a creative decision or a lack of friends, I highly recommend you to watch this movie because it's very interesting to see what an almost 2-hour film with only static tripod shots does to you as the viewer. Static tripod shots are always useful in your edits. I've said this before and I'll say it again. You might think that you want to add movement to your shots, but as a video editor, there have been too many cases of great shots being ruined because there was a sudden introduction of camera movement. I know there are modern tripods that can introduce movement. I would love to try those because they do look very cool and I've seen some incredible shots made with them. These shots also have that signature "I cannot afford this" aesthetic. But my point is, the classic old 3-leg tripod cannot move, and that's great. The static shot is simply unmatched. Now, if you think your edit is a bit boring because you only have static shots, well, add a digital zoom or cut them up quickly. Static shots are also the easiest to color grade, and you can really elevate your static shots by doing so. Together with a professional colorist, I developed a very nice looking power grade, and that power grade allows you to turn your static shots into good looking static shots. And if you want to turn those good looking static shots into a very nice edit, you can use my preset pack for Premiere Pro. It contains over 80 presets, all very nice, and that simply allows you to make very nice edits while dragging and dropping presets on your edit. And you don't have to do everything manually, so it saves you a lot of time. Both are available in the link below. Reason 4. Tripods force you to become much more intentional about your composition. A tripod forces you to slow down and plant your camera. Reason 5. Static tripod shots feel incredibly real. This is something I really noticed when watching The Zone of Interest. The scenes feel so realistic because the static shots creates a voyeuristic experience and you feel like you are really watching something unfold exactly as it would in real life. Also, because the camera does not move, it removes the invisible presence of the camera operator. You subconsciously feel that there's no person present to dictate the scene or influence the actor's behaviors. Ultimately, a wide static tripod shot doesn't just record a scene, it kind of mimics how we actually observe things in the real world. Alright, you get the point. I hope you do, because this was really weird to record in public. Handheld tripod shots. So I talked about talking tripods, aka human tripods. So even though this is usually referred to as a handheld shot, you yourself can actually become the tripod by holding the camera as static as possible and stabilizing it in post. This is now pretty much a static tripod shot. So now that you are thinking of using this more often, in what ways should you use it? Wide shot, medium shot, close-up, extreme close-up, low angle, high angle, top-down, Dutch angle. Okay, fun fact. Did you know that if you go to Google and you type in Dutch angle, you get your search results in a Dutch angle? That's pretty cool. Now, I know I've only talked about static tripod shots so far, but whip pans are pretty cool because you can change to an infinite amount of locations just using some whips. Now, if you decide to pick up your tripod and start attaching it to objects, you can also get really creative shots. Attach it to yourself to get snorri cam type of shots. Attach yourself to an electric skateboard to go absolutely wild. Place it at the front of a boat to get really immersive paddling shots. Place it on a bunch of PVC pipes with skateboard wheels attached to it to get yourself a DIY dolly shot. The possibilities are endless. Did you know that tripods can get really expensive? There are some tripods that cost up to $30,000. Can it move by itself then? Well, just add a little bit extra and then it can. There is actually a $3,000 tripod that moves, and it looks quite cool, to be honest. There's basically a tripod for everything. What type of tripod to get? Out of the 4 tripods I currently own, my favorite one is this one, Freewell's Real Travel Tripod. I will link it in the description. It's incredibly lightweight, it has a bunch of cool features, has a type of fluid head for smooth pans and whips. Rule 62 of the threefold path. Watch another one of BruKino's videos right here. Helps you to learn more about filmmaking, content creation, and it's YouTube's personal pick for you.